all the way from the campus of Appalachian Bible College in Beckley, West Virginia. Hello and a warm late Saturday evening. It's been raining a lot during the course.
Wilson a little bit shaken up, but I've seen him dressed up and he was warming up in the pregame there at half. What does that say about how this game's going to play out?
Well, it's a big question mark for victory. I watched them last night against Mercer, and they really didn't have a time to set up and get used out their best player. So I'm hoping that plays to our advantage. Sam's going to be touch and go at first. We're going to see how he does on that ankle. If it looks like he's having trouble cutting and guarding his men, we'll come in and substitute for him. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too big of a deficit, and a very nice job. And he's grown as a person. I have to commend him. I'm proudest of him because his Christian walk has acted this season. David's been solid all year. I can put David in, and he hustles his tail out. And when he gets tired, he says, "I'm tired, coach," and I'll either say yes or no, but at least he tells you every minute of the game as hard as he can. And if everybody played that hard, we'll win tonight.
Last thing, Coach, obviously our school is the farthest away from schools that play here in the WVCEA tournaments. I'd like for you to speak for just a moment, not only to the fans and the teams that have come down and cheered us on, gotten behind this team, but the online presence. A lot of people watch the streams. They're very encouraging. Do you have anything to say for the Mustang fans going into the game today?
Yeah, we appreciate your support. Every one of the kids knows that we're being followed, and that's really where we draw our strength. This crowd out here is anti-Morgantown, so during games, people are rooting against us, and they don't have a lot of support, but they know they have the support, the prayers of friends and family, those watching on the internet, and that's been a huge deal to us, and we're appreciative to you for taking the time out of your schedule to come out here and cover this.
All right, thank you very much, Coach, and good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, that was Morgantown.
May we live in light of that today. Bless what we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Thank you, Pastor. You've got that preaching for us. All right. Our visitors for today from Victory Baptist Academy. The Saints are coached by Carl Hunt, Tony West, and David Scott. Senior number 10, Logan Massey. Senior number 11, Michael Simpson. Number 2 is Sam Fowler. Number 24 is Ben Ward. Number 13 is Michael Thomas. 4 is senior Michael Lucas. Number 40 is Brandon Daniels. Number 20 is Ethan Pfizer. Number 34 is Isaiah Bowman. Number 24 is Jason Lee. Number 5 is
Michael Stimson and number 13, Michael Thomas. Again, I apologize for our connection issues here. The Mustangs break the huddle. Their starting 5 will be Silas Beckner, who starts at a point forward position. Of course, the 2 ball handles. No good off the back of the iron. The ball is loose on the floor, deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Again, I apologize for our technical difficulties. As a result of that, I'll try to describe as much as I possibly can, make this more like a radio broadcast, so I apologize if you hear a little too much detail. Here's Sam Williams pass. He works the ball to Karelko. Victory coming out of this game into a 2-3 zone, and they're double teaming the ball up top. And now here's Harrison Link as he drives the ball down to Jason Leach, but that ball is kicked. The possession will stay with the Mustangs. There's 23 seconds have ticked off the clock, and neither team has scored. The Mustangs will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. This is Harrison Linkus looking to get the ball in. He gets it across to Jason Leach in the left short corner. He gets it to Karelko. It's chased down by Silas Beckner. Now Beckner puts the ball on the floor, passes up top, Karelko wide open for 3. It rolls off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Bolin. Back the other way come the Saints. This is Logan Massey. He'll run the offense for the Saints team to begin the game. The Saints go out with a man on the low block. As Massey passes up to handle the majority of the scoring duties, I'm sure, for this victory team. Here's Massey on the left corner. He passes to Michael Thomas. Now swung around right elbow. He steps back for a deep 3-pointer that's no good off the front of the rim. Harrison Linkus chases down the rebound. He looks to run the floor in transition, but he's fouled. That's going to go on Caleb Massey and goes out of bounds again, and the Mustangs will regain possession. Now Victory will inbound the ball. Pass to a cutting Logan Massey, he fades away. His shot's no good. Rebounded by Karelko, and here come the Mustangs the other way. Noah Karelko leading the charge, putting the ball at the floor, gives it to Harrison Lake down the lane. He's harassed at the rim. No foul is called. The ball is loose on the ground, and a jump ball's called. That possession will go back to the Saints as you hear Chris Kelly pleading. His player's case. He says, I can't believe that's not a foul, and a little bit of a rough pace of play to begin this game. The ball's knocked out of his hands. It's loose on the floor. He recovers it and gives it to Sam Wilson. And now Wilson throws the ball away. This is Massey. He's attacking. He's triple teamed. Goes to the rim. The shot is up. Nobody's fouled. Logan Massey running the floor. Gets 2 free throws. That foul's going to go on Sam Wilson. Again, Sam Wilson playing with that taped ankle. He was shaken up in the last game. And a long night of restful tossing and turning, and a lot of ice on that ankle to reduce the swelling. Hopefully for the Mustangs, he's suited up today. Massey at the free throw. It's 3-0 now our score. 4:58 remaining here in the first quarter. The Saints, a victory, leading the Mustangs. The next free throw up and good. Logan Massey points, and the Saints double their score and double their lead over the Mustangs. 4-0. The Mustangs have yet to score. Here's Noah Karelko. He turned the ball over. Picked in his pocket by Michael Thomas. He throws the ball down the field. Harrison Lakers runs to try to block the shot, but Massey puts it up with the right hand. 6. A jump ball was called, and as a result of that play, the Mustangs get the ball underneath their own basket. Harrison Lakers will inbound the ball. The Mustangs have yet to go to the bench. Neither of these teams have yet to put into substitution. Here's number 24, Jason Leach, who scores off the inbounds pass. And finally, the Mustangs show life here. And 2-6 is now our score. They come up with a toss called. Harrison Lake has picked the pocket of Michael Stimson, but Jason Leach picks up his first foul, the 3rd team foul for the Mustangs. And Victory will get the ball back. Seconds remaining in the first quarter. Again, they lead 6-4. Bolin brings the ball down the floor and lobs the pass across to Massey. Logan Massey called. Again, I apologize for you joining us along the Mustang Sports Network experiencing the technical difficulties. Hopefully the audio is coming through clear as Beckner hits the first of the 1-and-1, and the Mustangs now trail by 3, 8-5 our score with 2 minutes and a single second remaining here in the first quarter. Mustangs coming into this team as a 6 seed, upsetting the number 3 seed Lewisburg in the first round and losing to Haven as Beckner makes the next free throw. He's got 2 points now. And back the other way come the Saints. Bunch underneath their basket. And he gets it in, but that pass, what can you say? Hold on. What can you say?
Well, Massey, I don't think anyone in here is surprised. And it's an 11-point game. I mean, all this stuff can be changed to the Mustangs.
Karelko. That's Christian Jecklin. He's manning the camera tonight. He's a jack of all trades. He's helping us and helping me fight through the mess that is our technical difficulties. Again, for those of you following along on the interwebs, I'm recording this stream as well, so as soon as I upload it, I will post this game after the live stream ends. I apologize. The Wi-Fi here at Appalachian Bible College is not the most ideal, but I thank all of you who are sticking around and powering through it and cheering this Mustangs team on. And the Mustangs have possession out of that timeout. This is Harrison Linkus on the right elbow. 35 seconds remaining on the clock. Karelko is open for 3. He won't take it around. This is Sam Wilson now to Harrison Linkus. They get it into the high post to Silas Beckner. He's double teamed. Pass out of it. Noah Karelko wide open for 3. It goes. Noah Karelko gets on the scoreboard for the first time in this game. The Mustangs have cut the lead down to 8 points. Attacking is Massey. He's double teamed. He drives the baseline and draws a foul. Silas collided with him. That's just Beckner's first. The 5th foul on the Mustangs is to Massey. He drives the baseline again. He spins away and passes out to Lee, who pump fakes, drives in, puts up a floater that's no good. It's tipped, recovered by Sam Wilson. Outletted up the head to Noah Karelko. He goes coast to coast. He draws the foul. The shot's no good. That was contested Ward in transition, and Ward did the smart thing of, if he was going to foul, Noah Karelko not allowing him to convert on the N1 opportunity. So instead, Karelko will get free throws. 17-9 our score with just 2.6 seconds from first. Misses the first. A little bit of a flatter jump shot for Karelko in this game than we're used to seeing. So you look and see David Kelly in there. He's in, of course, because Jason Leach has his 2 fouls. Now Karelka will send away the next free throw. And he got it. 4 points now for him. The Mustangs have cut the lead down to 7. 2.6 seconds, but the clock doesn't start for Lewisburg, who defeated our very own Mustangs in the first round of the girls tournament. And they had the awards cutting down of the nets. And of course the All-State and All-Tournament team, the Mustangs having one nomination as Megan Beckner was awarded a spot. So congratulations to Megan and on her fine season. Beckner, that ball is swatted out of his hands, and here come the Saints. In transition, Michael Thomas shovel passes again as Karelka pushes the ball the other way. Double teamed to the top of the key by Massey, who extends his leg and kicks that ball. And Sam Wilson to inbound the ball on the near sideline right underneath our broadcast position. Gets it into Karelka. Karelka scanning the defense, gives it to, now they pass it down low to Jason Leach. It's off his foot. He saves it in bounds. It goes out to Harrison Lankus as he drives, and it's all the way to the rim, but they're going to say he traveled. A turnover by Lankus. The Saints will have the ball back. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Logan Massey, the ball in his hands. The Saints go spread again. They pass to the far side. Massey, who's guarded by Sam Wilson again with that taped up ankle. Playing through a lot of pain, I am sure. Massey goes between his legs, kicks to Ward 3, but he won't take it. He passes to the corner. And back up top to Stimson. Now Massey, he penetrates all the way to the rim. An awkward shot, misses everything. The ball is loose. It was saved in bounds there by Jacob Lee, but the possession goes back to the Mustangs. Victory again. The Mustangs get it into Karelka, and he'll play catch here with Harrison Lankus. Now Harrison Lankus gets the ball down the floor. The Mustangs have a 3-on-2. Silas Beckner reverse layup, no good. Rebounded by Sam Wilson, flies in there to get his hands with the ball, and a jump ball is called, and that possession will go back to the Mustangs. So he makes the first, and that's going to prompt the timeout by Charles Hunt as Leach, and he'll shoot the other half of the 1-and-1. Saints huddle, and they're going to send a player to the bench in number 12, John Paul Gregory. What a name, as Gregory will most likely check in for Stimson. 5 minutes and a single second remaining here in the second quarter. The Mustangs again trailing 18-11. You get a nice room to breathe. Here's Harrison Lankus. He steps into a 15-footer. It banks in. It's now with 4 points. The Mustangs have the lead back down to 6. Here's from 10 feet away. That's no good. The rebound scooped away by Ward into the hands of John Paul Gregory. Gregory gets it to Massey. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. 22-14 our score. Massey at the top of the key. He threw the ball away into the hands of Harrison Lankus. Harrison Lankus has a 4-on-3 the other way. He takes the ball down the length of the floor. He draws the foul. That foul's going to go on Logan Massey, his second of the game. So a multitude. Now Stimson and Bullen are not in the game, but obviously Massey is now as he committed that foul. And Harrison Lankus will shoot the free throws. And now we have a substitution. As Lankus gets the friendly roll in the first, he now has 5 as the player will check in for Victory. That's Brant. He'll replace Massey. So foul trouble again becoming a problem for Victory. 3 of their starters are now off on the bench, including leading scorer in Logan Massey and one of their other leading scorers in Caleb Bolin. So we'll see if the Mustangs can capitalize as Harrison Lankus back-to-back ugly free throws, but both of them count. 6 points for him now in the game. 16 for the Mustangs. They trail by 6. A lot of sixes there for you. Perhaps an omen. Here is Victory working the ball around. This is Daniels, the top of the key. Passes down low into Thomas. He puts up a left-handed hook shot. A nice on the baseline by Thomas. And he has 6 points now, using the opposite hand and getting 2 points. Here's Karelka. He traveled. He went to go for the 3 to a pass in midair, and he turned it over. The Mustangs will talk things over in their respective huddle as they trail 24-6. We'd like to congratulate Megan Beckner, of course, being named to that All-State team, as thankfully our cameraman Christian Jekyll was able to find her in the crowd, and wouldn't you know it, he panned to her as soon as she was yawning. Megan Beckner is flattering as ever, I guess, standing over there directly behind her parents. A impressive career for her as she's looking up at her vantage point, looking oddly into the camera like she knows what's up. She finishes with over 500 points in a Mustang uniform, probably the premier player for that organization. Of course, they've only existed for 3 years, but I guess you'd call her the best player in franchise history. 24-16 our score. Victory will have the ball. They'll work the ball down the floor. With 2.5 minutes remaining in the second. This is Thomas. He's running the point now with Massey and Bolin on the bench. He swings the Beckner on Lee. Gets around him, goes all the way to the rim. A wraparound pass inside for Koralko. He head fakes, puts a shot up off glass. That's no good. Rebounded by Lee. Back the other way come the Saints. The Saints lead by 8. Here's Thomas passing the ball to Lee. He's around. He gets it to Daniels. That ball was partially deflected by Koralko, but Daniels comes. Thomas off a screen. Minute and a half remaining now as the ball goes to Lee on the far sideline. Well behind the 3-point line. Now to Daniels. Swung around. To Thomas, top of the key. A minute remaining here in the second quarter as Lee uncorks a long three-pointer. But the rebound is recovered by Daniels, and Silas Beckner blocked that ball out of bounds. And now we have a jump ball called. That possession will stay with Victory. Excellent defensive play. Him alter a lot of shots during his tenure here. The Mustangs, and now we have a three-pointer sent out of the corner. That's John Paul Gregory. The Saints extend their lead 27-16. Now the score. Noah Koralko all over. Leading the head of the pack is Daniels, but the ball's knocked out of his hands by Koralko. With that desperation three there at the end that went through. How important is that for a team? That is a backbreaker if you're the Mustangs.
Mercer Dynasty will end when they join the SSAC. It's not happening anytime soon. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's bloodbath. Expect it. You know, Vegas betting odds, you know. You're making like $500 for every dollar you put on Bethaven.
Well, just humor me, I suppose. Now, what Bethaven, what do they need to do? Me, I suppose. Now, what Bethaven, what do they need to do well to potentially come over?
It really is. I mean, it's huge because now you're creating a winning mindset of, hey, we can do this.
Yeah, and
that's something that we never got.
And you look at the roster, all three of the leading scorers for this team, Noah Koralko, Silas Beckner, Harrison Leak is coming back along with Jason Leach and J.J. Fowd. Of course, you have to say goodbye to Sam Wilson and David Kelly as now we see the players are coming out of their respective locker rooms, and we have a shot of those senior pictures, man. I got to be honest with you. Everybody else is here is joined in their jerseys, and that yearbook, those look like yearbook pictures out there for those senior guys.
I mean, David's got his shirt untucked. I mean, come on now.
Davis, I'm going to be honest, because he really looks like he's cutting off the circulation to the lower body there. But nonetheless, talk about the impact. Schlenk has already talked on this, but let's talk about Sam Wilson and David Kelly really briefly. Now, David, we'll start with him. David played for all 4 years that he was at the school and play loosely because he really didn't get off the bench very much. You know, he kind of came in garbage time situations, and, you know, at the beginning of his career, you kind of wondered, you know, a large future for him. But here we are. He's the sixth man, and basically he's a starter now with Jason Leach on the bench. He's having to pick up a lot of that slack, being the only size. We've seen him excel or get a lot better at the free throw line. We've seen him get to the rim a couple of times and play lockdown defense. What have you seen from David Kelly during the course?
Well, I mean, it's a testament. When you're there 4 years, you're going to put in the work. And, you know, it shows with him. And he went from, you know, now he's playing big minutes for this team. And he's going to expect big minutes last game. And you have foul trouble with, you know, Beckner and Lee. I could see him having a decent impact here, along with Wilson, because, again, it is his last game.
Well, let's talk about Sam Wilson very quickly. First, props to him. Game with that ankle sprain. He had it taped up before the teams went to the locker room, so I'm sure he's playing through a lot of pain. Again, another player who came into the organization, didn't have much of an impact on this team except for what he was able to do in practice. He kind of made his mark as a defensive player who would come in very short minutes. Last year we saw him basically just press somebody and come right out because he had a problem turning over the ball. Fast forward to this season, at the beginning of the year he was a mid-range assassin. Hasn't been able to connect on field goals here in the tournament very often, but he's still an elite defensive player, and he's one of the fastest players on the floor.
Absolutely, and that's what he's always had. It's always been the thing where once he decides to put in the work, you know, he'll be a force on this team, and you can see he finally did. And, I mean, he's making mid-range jump shots now. He's got a role on the team. Looking good.
Sam Wilson, money for mid-range, and hopefully we'll see if he can connect on a couple here in the second half. It's a few seconds away from the start of the third quarter. I'll recap the foul trouble for you. Logan Massey with 2 fouls, the leading scorer for victory. Caleb Bolin with 3, 2 fouls. Jason Leach with 3 fouls, and Sam Wilson with 2 fouls. So 3 of the Mustang starters in foul trouble. The leading scorer for the Mustangs has been Harry 5. Noah Karolko and Silas Beckner each have 4. The Mustangs have possession of the ball to begin here in the third quarter of play. Here's Silas Beckner immediately on a deep shot that's airballed, but Noah Karolko chased down the offensive rebound, but unfortunately he stepped out of bounds. The Saints will get possession back the other way. See which team can capitalize on getting the opposite in foul trouble. The Mustangs have come out and perhaps a Bobby Maxey get to the rebound or get to the glass. He misses the shot. He gets his own rebound. Coach Tim Linkus was looking for a 3-second call there, but instead he'll get the travel. The Mustangs get possession right back. Quick shout out to the St. Louis Blues who beat the Boston Bruins in a shootout 2-1. Alex Steen scoring a goal in that game, and that's what you'll see if you're the Mustangs as Silas Beckner takes off like a blur down the floor for no reason, but here we go. Noah Karolko brings the ball up the floor. He passes to Sam Wilson inside to Jason Leach. The ball's loose on the floor. Bolin dives on top of it. He's rolling around. He threw the ball away. Back to Silas Beckner, and the Mustangs control the ball with the first minute gone here in the third quarter. They trail 32-18. Here's Beckner, now to Karolko, back to Beckner. He penetrated there as Bolin tried to adjust his body to draw that charge, and now Caleb Bolin has 4 fouls. That's going to prompt a substitution. Jacob Lee comes to the score table, so Victory will size up potentially to take advantage of Jason Lee. 34-21 now our score. Karolko to shoot the next. And it rolls out. It's rebounded by Wolf. He throws it up ahead to Massey. Massey runs the floor for Victory. Pass to Thomas. It goes out of bounds. Into the waiting players of Beth Haven, who are patiently awaiting the conclusion of this game to play in their state championship game against Mercer. Here comes Karolko. He passes to now to Karolko. Now he passes it back out to Beckner. Now into the high post. Leach now to Beckner on the elbow. He's looking for something down low. He passes into Jason Leach, but Massey is there for the steal. Massey leading the charge the other way for the Saints, not with numbers, but he passes to Thomas on the opposite side. That shot's no good. Stimson gets the rebound, and he's fouled. They're going to call that foul on Jason Leach, and that's his 5th foul. Jason Leach reached in there and obviously says that he did not touch that man who went up to the rim and hit the will now shoot the free throws, but obviously the officials saw a different thing, and David Kelly will replace him and probably play the majority of the minutes remaining in this game. And we look unfortunately on Jason Leach, the junior, as Stimson misses the first free throw. Jason Leach moving forward. Here's Lee on the right elbow. He's looking for time. Logan Massey absorbs the contact, gets 2 more for the Saints. They now lead by 16. Here's Silas Beckner getting all the way to the rim, drawing the foul. He'll shoot free throws. Next shot by Beckner is good. 5 points now for Beckner. He surpasses Noah Karolko and now becomes the 2nd leading scorer for the Mustangs in this game. Here's Massey. Inside out dribble. Now dribbles all the way down to the right corner. He's double teamed and lobs a pass, and that's stolen away by Noah Karolko. He's got a 2-on-1 the other way. Noah Karolko takes it by himself. Lays shot's no good. It's recovered by Thomas, who is on the baseline, but it's not called. Oh my, but that's deflected out of his hands by Silas Beckner. The ball doesn't lie in Beckley as Beckner dumps it down low. Noah Karolko sticks it home. The Mustangs have life. Excellent defensive play by them. The lead is now cut to 13. Here's Karolko guarding Thomas. Massey penetrates. Kicks to Gregory. His entry pass is deflected right back to him, and another pass deflected, stolen away by Harrison Lankus. Harrison Lankus down the floor. Layup, good. The Mustangs are absolutely alive here in Beckley. This lead has been cut down to 11. An impressive defensive display there. And the Mustangs have shifted the momentum just and potentially could come back here and still jump up to grab that 3rd place trophy. Christian, the Mustangs struggling to get things going offensively. It's around him. He gets around him. His shot's no good, but he's fouled. He'll go back to the free throw line. He can make this a 3 possession. That foul's going to be on Ethan Pfizer, who has a field goal in this game for the Saints. Again, 37-26, our now lead by 12. Next shot up and good. 6 points now for Ward. 39 for the Saints. Here's Harrison Linkus, lob pass up ahead and now inside. Now back outside to Sam Wilson. He gets the ball down low to Relko. Here's Harrison Linkus wide open for three. Wedged it. That possession arrow is pointing to the Saints, so they'll get it back. Now we see that lack of size that I was talking about for the Mustangs as Noah Karelko and Silas Beckner both try to get the ball out of there. They cannot, and thankfully a young gentleman, I'm not sure who that is, the masked Avenger will come out and poke that ball free. So the Saints get possession, and the Mustangs now set a full court man press with Thomas getting the ball in the inbounds pass. They get it into Ward, and now the Saints have a 3-on-2. They get it into Lee. He drives to the basket. Oh my goodness, they're going to call that an and one. Unbelievable. He tucked the ball, and the foul was committed, absolutely, but then he proceeded to take 2 steps and put it in, so an and one called on him. I didn't see who the foul was called on. I'm assuming it's going to be on whoever checked out of the game. Jacob Lee will shoot the free throws, and J.J. Found, as I said, comes in to the contest. He scores, as is Jacob Lee. And he gets on the scoreboard there with a free throw. 1:21 remaining. I apologize. Triple team down low. He coughs the ball up, but he gets it to Silas Beckner, and he's fouled by Logan Massey, I believe. Yes, sir. That's 3 fouls now on Massey. Foul trouble going all different directions here in Beckley. The Mustangs have possession. They trail by 16 with 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. Here's Wilson out of the corner. J.J. Found steps into a mid-range jump shot. That's no good. Rebounded by Ward. Silas Beckner got his hands on it, but he was unable to come with the ball. And here's he who's trapped in the backcourt. It's poked out of his hands by Silas Beckner. Now he gets it into the hands of Massey, and he'll advance the ball down the floor. Massey's pass is no good. An air ball sent away. Offensive rebound, and the putback is good by Micah Thomas. Micah Thomas now at 12 points for victory. Here's Silas Beckner getting around the defense, going to the rim. His shot's no good off glass. The rebound is loose on the floor. It's recovered down low by Daniels. He gets it into Lee. Outlet up ahead, and here's Massey leading the break. Sam Wilson looking to contest that shot. He knocks down Logan Massey hard to the floor. Of course, no ill will there. He just didn't want Massey to score, and he did the smart thing of not allowing him to make that field goal. So Massey will go to the free throw line, the leading scorer for victory tonight. He's doing it in a variety of different ways. A couple of mid-range jump shots. He's gotten to the free throw line and done exceptionally well. 31.2 seconds remaining here in the third. As Victor extends their lead 45 to 26, their largest of the game. Ethan Pfizer will come to the scorer's table to our immediate left, but he'll come in for the shooter Massey, so a smart decision by head coach Charles Hunt to final seconds off and hurl the shot 3/4 of the way down the floor. That's no good, so the Wings head into the huddle, about to play in the fourth quarter of action right here, trailing 46-30. Victory outscored them by just 2 points in that quarter, 14-12, and results in them winning trophies in the WVCEA tournament in back-to-back years. And that's not how you want to start the half, as a travel is called on Sam Wilson. And Victory will inbound the ball. The Mustangs again, but they're in desperation mode here. They've got to press. They get it into Massey. Massey dribbling down the sideline. He gets around J.J. Fountain. Now they get it into Pfizer. He drives the baseline. His shot's up and in. Second field goal for Pfizer. 18-point lead now for Victory. It's down for me. The Saints will be shooting a 1-and-1 as a result of that free throw. Fourth quarter, 48-30. Our score, the Saints leading the Mustangs of Morgantown. First free throw by Massey is no good, and an over-the-back foul is called on Jacob Lee, his third. $18 points from game to lead all scorers. An excellent game for him as we have a look there at Sam Wilson, one of the seniors on this team. Sam Wilson is scoreless. He does have 3 fouls. Here's Noah Karelko. Now to Wilson on the right elbow. Looking for Harrison Linkus down low, who's playing some center now. That Leach is on the bench, and he puts up an awkward that was partially altered by a Victory player. Now Massey comes the other way. He bounces it off to Bolin. He pump fakes, gets to the rim. A circus shot, my goodness. Caleb Bolin, his first of the game, where excellent as he got his arms around the defender and got 2 points to go for him there. Here's Silas Beckner looking to answer. He pump fakes, passes to J.J. Fout from mid-range off the back of the glass. Harrison Linkus had his hand on that, but he deflected it out of bounds, and the possession will go to the Saints. Their lead has been extended out of bounds, and the possession will go to the Saints. Their lead has been extended back to 50. They've scored the only, or 20 rather. They've scored the only 4 points of this quarter. Here's Massey. He's got a 2-on-1. He fakes the pass and tries to lay it in a little there, and he misses the layup. Here comes Karelko. He splits the defenders. He's trying to do his best Logan Massey impersonation. That's no good. Harrison Linkus is there with the follow, and he's fouled. That foul's going to go on Ethan Pfizer, his second, and it's kind of hard to find a play. David Kelly, a little shaken up there. He got the ankles broken. Add that to the Logan. 10 points for Noah Karelko. Cuts the lead down to 20. The Mustangs just 6 minutes and 33 seconds away from elimination. The next shot is up and no good, but a lane violation is called on Silas Beckner, I believe, and now Victory will inbound this ball. They get it into Thomas. As we are experiencing a low battery on our camera here, I'll get that sorted out as it is dead, and we're back to a radio broadcast. I switch out the cables here. I can see that play, but now here comes Harrison Linkus. Wide open, he misses the layup. The follow is collected in by Silas Beckner. He tries to step into a shot, and that's no good. Rebounded by Noah Karelko. Saved in bounds by Sam Wilson, but it goes out of bounds. 5 minutes and remaining again. I apologize. We've lost the visual, and I'll put the bracket up for you there as Bolin breaks the press, throws a no-look pass to the backside. Ben Ward collects home. Back the other way comes Karelko looking to answer, staring down the 22-point lead of Victory. Here's Silas Beckner looking to the corner, and David Kelly back up top. Swung around to Wilson. Now Harrison Linkus wide open for three and misses it. It misses, and Silas Beckner comes with the Noah Karelko will reload from three, and his shot's no good. Noah Karelko swatted that pass out of Ben Ward's hand, but Ward gets it back. He dribbles the length of the floor, and he has 2 points on the other end. Unfazed by that defensive pressure, strips his pocket, lays it in for 2 more points. Head coach Charles Hunt electing to keep his leading scorer in the game. Now he'll finally send a player to the scorer's table. David Kelly controls and puts up a floater from 10 feet away that rolls off the back of the rim. Stimson pulls it down. Here's Coleman Spicer. He throws the ball near midcourt. It's scooped up by Caleb Bolin. He dribbled the ball off his foot. Those players that came in for Victory, looking for names and numbers. I don't see them here. Hopefully I'll get to the bottom of that here in a moment. One of them being number 20, number 15. I do not have him in my book, unfortunately. Here's Coleman Spicer on the perimeter. He gets to Silas Beckner, and they pass it inside. David Kelly, turnaround shot, no good. Rebounded by Stimson. Stimson up ahead to Bolin. As well as Alex Ayersman, Jessica Toothman, who did some by West, who's just come into the game, and he'll run the point now for Victory. A minute and a half separating Victory from collecting a third-place trophy here in the 2019 WVCEA. Here's West. Oh, he shoved off Coleman Spicer. My goodness. And then they work the wall around. Pointer sent away. That was Jacob Ward. And that's Silas Beckner into the hands of David Kelly, and he loves shooting these. That three-pointer's no good, and it's rebounded by Nelson. Nelson crosses over Kelly. Gets the ball into the hands of number 14, Ethan Hunt, the character from Mission Impossible. I'm not 100% sure. And here's a pass deflected by a Mustang player out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Saints. And of course, we would like to congratulate both Lady Mustangs and the male Mustangs on their performances this season. An excellent season for both teams. Unfortunately, neither of them coming home with a trophy as Hunt sends away a three-pointer, but I love calling the games. I still have a lot of school pride, only a year from my tenure at Morgantown Christian Academy, and I'm sure that a lot of the MCA alumni watching along the Mustang Sports Network feel a lot of pride in how they're being represented here on the floor tonight. That foul is going to be on David Lively, so Silas Beckner will go back to the free throw line. He's got 8 points in the game. He could be in double figures with 2 makes. I'm looking forward to see how this Mustang team progresses. Of course, they're losing seniors David Kelly and Sam Wilson, but the rest of the roster is back. Their 3 leading scorers, along with So hopefully something they can build on. The Lady Mustangs graduating Megan Beckner. That's a huge loss for them, but Brooklyn Bland still on the team with Kaylee White, the Kara Wolf down low, along with Jenna Phillips. As here's David Kelly coming up with an offensive rebound. His fadeaway shot's no good, but Wilson, 30 seconds left on the clock. Silas Beckner drives, kicks to Coleman Spicer. He tried to throw the no-look pass. If the ball bounces off the official and comes back in bounds, it's still a live ball, but that particular official gives the ball back to Victory. And by the Saints tonight, they deserve to walk away with this third-place trophy. A tremendous season for them, as always. They're one of the premier programs here in the WVCEA. Tanner West working the ball around to Jacob Ward, and Coleman Spicer's knocked down hard to the floor. Again, good sportsmanship by the two of them to shake hands. Just 10 seconds left in this game. Mustangs will take most of their players off the free throw line. They'll have to send down 2. So a rough way to end things, unfortunately, here for the Mustangs as Jacob Ward misses the first free throw. But again, we'll see everybody next season. Again, the second season for the Mustang Sports Network, and hopefully a more successful season for the Mustangs. And Ward connects. He's on the board for Victory. Sam Wilson looks for David Kelly. He steps back. Don't miss. He tries the follow. He gets it to go. David Kelly, the senior, with 1. Unfortunately, folks, again, that ends another season for the Mustangs, and absolutely